I swear at some point I'm going to put mine back up. I accidentally deleted it like 2, 3 weeks ago. Put that here because he's been wanting them. Yeah. And, you know, just to clarify something real quick. Um, so, Facebook will not let you go live in your groups anymore. I can't post these directly to my group. Well, I had some groups like Dragonflower and Raw Recovery Overeaters on there, but now I have to manually share it. So sometimes I forget. I want you to know it's not intentional. Um, so just so you know, I do the best that I can. Store bought enchilada. That's yeah, huh? Yeah. I think I'd like yeah. No. You know what? I'd rather have that than frozen lasagna. No, I like Italian food, but if it's frozen Italian food, no, I was spoiled when it came to Italian food. I will not eat it that way. So we could bake some stuff, but we have no AC right now. So I'm probably gonna be grilling. Probably gonna be grilling. So you know, it's funny because the AC's out. People are like you're staying. I keep saying it, nobody has said anything like, "Oh, that sucks," or really does. We're working with it. Today we're talking about morality. Look at that. All right. And I am still beat from the concert. On Friday, we sent a record of 102, and I'm sitting in a damn stadium in the bleeder seats waiting for Billy Joel to come on. You probably saw the picture. I put that smile on my face. It was miserable, but I had a lot of fun despite myself. Welcome to the Daily Trudge, which usually happens 2 or 3 times a day. I'll probably never ever follow my own rules. That's okay. Because the people that hang out with me love me for who I am. Booyah! If you're here, please say hello, even if you're making enchiladas. Yeah. Even if you're making enchiladas. Does it drive you crazy when it says that you've got, like right here, I have one notification, but there is no notification? Does that drive you crazy too? Because I hate notifications. I don't like shit at the top of my phone. That drives me crazy. Okay. My email there's nothing in it. All right. So morality is the category. Okay, let's go to here. Principle concerning the distinction between right and wrong, good and bad behavior. A particular system of values and principles of conduct, especially one held by a specified person or society. The extent to which an action is right or wrong. This is this is it, but this doesn't really cover it for us, does it? Now the thing is when I got into the program, I had a set of morals. Most of them were good. Not all my morals were bad. I didn't run around and murder and rape and pillage. Okay. Oh, but gosh, there were some other things. I had gluttony. Sure. What do you think alcoholism is? That's gluttony all the way, isn't it? I'll talk about the sins because, they're basic and I know them. If I had other words, I'd probably use those, but I don't. So we're gonna have to work with it. Um, so my moral, doing the right thing, man. When I was drinking, if I found $50 on the floor, oh mine. Now I'll turn it in. I have different morals. Somebody is not doing well. Oh, not my problem. Not my problem. Yeah, actually, it kind of is. I have a new set of morals. That isn't necessarily my problem, but if I can help, then isn't my responsibility to say something? Hi, Patricia. Good to have you back. All right. What are some of the morals that you have that have changed? What are some of the morals that you have that you go by? So, one of my morals is I'm not allowed to hurt God's children. That's a moral. It's a standard by which I live by. Okay. Now, I don't hold myself up to that. Yeah, it does help. And it does feel a little religion-y, but take it for what it is, you know. Um, so thank you. Thank you for that. You know what? I think it's so neat that people are friends here that never mind. Doesn't count. I just think it's neat. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Um, there are a lot of things that our morals go through. Is our intuition our morals? Partly, I think. Okay. Again, here we're going. I'm doing this off experience and opinion, because guess what? Guess what? Your morals might be different than mine. Doesn't make them wrong. Doesn't make them bad. Right? It's just maybe it's different. Maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe there are some things that are more important to you than they are to me. Okay. I have a high passion for homelessness. Actually, I have a passion. This is what I have a passion for. Everybody. Everybody gets a chance. Yeah. Okay. Um, what is morality in our life? In its description sense, morality refers to a personal or cultural value, codes of conduct, or social mores from a society or social more, okay, that provide these codes of conduct in which apply and is accepted by an individual. All right. If I am out and about and I see a man harassing a woman that should not be, it is and this is my opinion, it is my moral obligation to step in. Oh, yeah, it might. Thanks. Um, yeah, I think you knew what I meant. Right. I have a moral obligation to interfere. Okay. That is personal. Do I think less of a person of another person that is a man that doesn't interfere? Yes, I do. I won't think less of you, but I probably won't respect you as much. Okay. Now, that is my own moral obligation. Does that decide whether or not I'm going to do everything I can to help you? No. That is not going to affect that decision. Okay. These are different levels of trust that you can have for people. When trust comes up in meetings, okay, I trust that you're human. That's as far as I'm gonna go. I don't need any more trust than that. I'm going to trust that you're going to be human. You know why I do that? So I can love you unconditionally. That's another set of morals that I have. See, I need to love you. If I can't love you unconditionally, I can't help. I will have my own intentions. I will have my own bullshit involved. Figuring out that you aren't the right person for the job and handing it over. Ooh, that's a high moral for me. That is a very high moral for me. When you say there is somebody else that can help this person a lot better than I can. You say something like that in front of me, my respect level for you will go through the fucking roof. Now, it might not for somebody else. Okay. And that's okay. They're allowed to have that. Okay? Now, what I cannot do is decide other people's morals. They must decide that for themselves. Even for my kids, I'm doing everything that I can to instill what I think is right, but they're going to have to make their own decisions based on the information that I'm giving them. I cannot do anything beyond that. Okay. If I solve my kids' problems all the time, there's a very big problem. Because now that kid doesn't know how to solve their own problems, and that's a problem. You're going to find a lot of contention. Okay. So, I think it works real well for our kids because my wife and I are kind of extremes when it comes to the children. She does a little bit more coddling. I'm the pack your shit and get the fuck out and find your way person. See that extremes? But when we come together and put our own shit aside for a little bit after we're done arguing about the kids, it's the only time we argue, okay? Then we try and come to the solution. Where's the balance in all this? Okay, we found the extremes, so we know not to go there. Okay? See, if you don't discuss these things, then you don't know not to go there. Okay? I've noticed something about myself, and I've got to get better at this. That sometimes I need to say something to the kids, and I ask my wife to do it because I'm afraid that I'm going to. And I need to stop that shit now. I need to stop that shit now. Hey, it's not fair to put it on my wife. Okay? Does that mean? It means I need to grow up a little bit more. It means I need to work. It means I need to take my anger and pull it back even more. That's what that means. It is okay to recognize these things about yourself. It's always going to be progress. Okay? There's always something to work on. I mean, there's always something to work on. Now, am I doing good? Yeah, sure. Okay. But that's right now. What was I like a week ago? I wasn't. Remember? It's on here going, oh, help me. Right? It was different, wasn't it? Right? Your morals are going to change. There are some morals that I had and they switched because I found out new information. You bet. And it's okay. Not everything in me was bad. A good chunk of me was good, but I was utilizing it wrong. Like love. I think love's the answer. I think love can conquer just about anything. I do. I believe that because I've watched it. Okay. And it's got to be unconditional love. And there is, when it comes to human beings, I feel it's the only type. And unconditional love means that I love you for who you are, including the good things. All right. Yeah. So did Hendrix. Yeah. You did what? Where are you referring to? You all know this, but I was born the same day Jimi Hendrix died. So whatever he did, and I know I'm not Jimi Hendrix. You little, I'm not. Hi, Amber. Amber. Um, you know, what's the golden rule, right? That's another good place for morality. Um, all I ever learned, I ever had to learn, I learned in kindergarten. That's a good one. Take naps. Cookies, cookies and milk are good for you. Put things back where you found them. See, we alcoholics are weird. Okay, I'm the kind of person where it's like I get better, and then I expect to be thanked for taking out the trash because I didn't do it before, but I am now. That's not how this world works. See, I thought I was due, and I had that backwards. No, I was not due. I had it turned upside down, right? And it turns out that my credits were my debits. So I flipped the script. I did a 180. And it took a lot of hard work. Okay? A lot of hard work. So when it comes to other people, I try very hard, and I don't always do the best. I still fuck it up. Um, to try and just be the best person I can for them. Sometimes sometimes I think I have to try and help that person when really I just need to shut the fuck up and listen, you know. And we make these mistakes, and that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes if we learn from them. Then that's another moral. Am I going to make mistakes? Yes. I'm going to do everything that I can to not make them, right? And that's the action that I put towards life. Yeah. When I was talking about how love can conquer everything. Okay. All right. Thank you for, yeah. I'm gonna leave that up there. Me and Jimmy were like this. No. People are like, did you know Jimmy was a drummer before he was a guitarist? That's as close to me being Jimi Hendrix as we're gonna be. Okay. Um, there's a Billy Joel song, "Only the Good Die Young," and here we are. Jimmy was. I mean, he's been dead 53 years, and he's still. Just imagine what we would have had, you know. And God bless a lot of this week, man. We lost Shannon Doherty today. Okay. Now, for some of you, you're like, yeah. For me, it's a big deal. Why? She's my age. In fact, she's younger than me. That's why. Man. Yeah. I didn't really like her acting, but she did, but she did do some good things for this world. She did. She was a bitch in the beginning, but children change people. Look at Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell used to be the biggest jerk in the world. I know, because I told him off once. Different story. Okay? I'll put him on my ninth step, and I'll have to go hunt him down, make that amends, right? Like an amends you want to make. We're so egotistical, right? But then he had a kid, and he came back and he said, "You know what? I've been the biggest jerk, and I'm sorry. I'm going to change." And he changed. I love it. I love it. Exactly. People can change, man. I didn't watch Charmed, and if I did, it was for the boobs. 90210, I watched, and Melrose Place. All of them. So, kind of my era. And if you wanted to date any girl at all, then you kind of had to be up on there 90210. I feel like I know you guys well enough. I'm sorry if I'm being, I don't know where to draw that line sometimes on morality. You've got your regular things, but I think there's one that, and it's a big one, and it's honesty. It's honesty. Because this is a hard one to start to figure out for an alcoholic. And the reason is because in the beginning, it's just going to feel like you're wrong, because you are. Let me rephrase this. In the beginning, I felt like I was wrong because I was. And let's not forget 21 Jump Street. You're talking my Friday night right there. In fact, I'm going to tell you, on my 21st birthday, my mom came over with a cake. We watched 90210 and Melrose Place, and she went home. That was my 21st birthday. So I was already a drug and alcohol counselor. But the honesty, man, it's the honesty, or doing our best to not be dishonest, right? So where do we start? Where do we start? Well, we have to start by not lying. That was the first place I had to start. Okay, when I just stopped lying, wow. When I think I was like 23, 24, I was talking to somebody. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember like what happened. I was talking to somebody, and I said, hey, I'm related to Donnie and Marie Osmond. I don't know why they came up, but I'd always find a reason to bring that up so I could tell people that. So they'd be like, oh, well, really, that's cool. And my mom was there, and she said, Dion, no, you're not. I'm like, what? I told myself that lie so many times, I believed it. See, we have to have people around us that kind of remember the truth. These are the people that helped us. It's often I go to my wife and say, did this happen? Something in my brain is saying this happened. Did it happen? No. Not that I remember. Did this happen? Oh, yeah, that fucking happened. Okay. Because sometimes I lived in this fog world. If you ever watch the old Star Treks, if you notice, like the original Star Trek, you'll see that with the women, they put this haze around them. Okay? That's how I saw life. Everything was dull. It was all dulled down. Green was like this off hue. Guys, I literally, okay? And this is because of a few things. Number one, because we're not sleeping, but my constant lying. See, when I lie, it turns into the truth, and then I am that person. If I do it enough, whether it's true or not, I become that person. It becomes a persona, and that will go against nature's not going to like that, because you're not being yourself. So you'll find yourself in these collisions. Boom, boom, with life, with yourself, with people. You'll be in this constant collision until you say, no more. Okay? Dion, I'm going to start being honest. I'm going to tell you what happens when you make that switch. You don't have to remember everything anymore. The first thing that comes with not lying is freedom. It's the first thing that comes in my life. which is to say, who put it up here? Patricia put it up here, which is to say, humility. For the first time in my life, okay. So when I came in here, I was helpless. You remember that? And helpless just means I refuse to ask. That's what helpless means in our situation. Okay. It means I'm beyond human aid. I need something else. That's actually the hopeless. I'm sorry. Helpless means I didn't ask. So I become unhelpless. I become helpful. Or what would be the word? I can now accept help. Okay. And when I do that, my morality starts to change. I'm looking for a different answer. So then what happens? Then I go to a meeting and I hear somebody talk, and it gets my endorphins going. It makes me excited because my brain's like, I want that. That sounds nice. Okay, that serenity, that piece of that person over there, that looks nice. But what your brain is going to do is it's going to tell you it's nice that they have it, but it's not for you. And there's the lie. That's the lie. That's not true. It is for you. It's for anybody that is willing to seek, actually. Okay. You know, I repeat this, and it bears repeating anyway. I'm not going to get away with anything in this world. It just doesn't happen. You know, people complain about bombers in our AA meetings, and all that is happening, right? And I'm going to tell you, it's because you did something in the past. It's coming back. And we often say, "Oh, they're future members of AA." Do you know how crappy that sounds? I mean, and I've been through it too, but I came to the realization that I used to oh, was I being good or not nice? Thank you, Patricia. See? I don't remember where I was at. What was I talking? What was I rambling about? I don't remember. So I can tell you half the time I don't remember half of what I say here. I don't. Like, I'll do a podcast, and if I don't do the description right away, I don't remember it. I don't, because I'm not there. If that makes sense. Like, only part of Dion is here right now. The rest of it's God. I like to just let it flow. I don't ever have notes. I have bubbles. I used to be a lot more prepared. All right, so morality. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. It's the golden rule, man. Okay? If you go out and you be nice to everybody, is everybody going to be nice to you? No, that's not how it works. But it will be better. Right? See, when you contribute and you put things into life, it becomes perfect. Perfect the way it is. It's very, very rare that we totally feel that way, but you will get those moments of sublime. Like right now, is the world perfect? Now I'm not grabbing it right. It's not quite. So I need to do a little bit of work, right? Now, can we be the world is okay right now? No. That's between you and God. That's between you and God. Okay. If you want it to be. Okay. So that's going to be like Amber has been saying lately. You know, well, she said like 3 months ago. It's still in my head. It's going to be as hard as you decide to make it, Dion. It's already tough. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. You know, understand that, you know, there's people out there hurting for an encouragement, just for, do do some encouragement for the week. Be like, you know what? This week, I'm just going to hand out encouragement. Watch what happens, man. You'll feel so fucking good. You know what happens? You think you spot it, you got it, is all bad. No. There's a lot of you spot it, you got it, that's good too, right? Hello, Simulacrum. Good to have you. I'm at 31 minutes, so I'm kind of wrapping up. Let's go ahead and do the daily reflection. I didn't do it today. I bet it's on humility. We got some people showed up a little late here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that so they feel like they got something out of this. All right. I got to turn the light on though, because no. Let's go with it. Let's go with the natural light. That'll be better. All right. A nourishing ingredient. Where humility had formerly stood for force feeding on humble pie, it now begins to mean the nourishing ingredient which can give us serenity. Huh. Yeah. Humility goes right with morality. So it's humility is a moral, is it? I don't know. Let's stick on that for a minute. Is humility a moral? Kind of think it is. Okay. But they are right on this. See, when I first came in here, I was resistant. You bet. Right? Because remember I was saying earlier, you know, when I got here, I was wrong about everything. Everything that came out of my mouth was wrong. I talked to my sponsor. He's like, no, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Hey, it was hard. And I was forced fed a humble pie with unconditional love. Not with tough love, with unconditional love. Now that I've been around the program for a little bit, I see that character building is the way to go. So now humility is a part of my life. It is actually something I thrive on. You bet. Because without humility, I'll start thinking I'm better than things. And then I'll get out of my lane and then it all falls apart. No mention of alcohol. I don't need alcohol to destroy my life. Not to brag or anything, but I don't need alcohol. I can do it all on my own. How often do I focus on my problems and frustrations when I'm having a good day? These same problems shrink in importance and preoccupation with them dwindles. Wouldn't it be better if I could find a key to unlock the magic of my own good days for use on the woes of my bad days? It'd be nice, but it don't work that way. It did not for me. For other people, it might. I don't know. Okay. Now, what I do have, so what I have is a daily reprieve. Some days are better than others. Okay. What I do every single day, before I do anything else, I do steps 1, 2, and 3. Very beginning of the day. Because if it turns out that I'm not having the best of the day, I have my foundation. See, if you work on your foundation, you're just going to have days that suck a little bit more. Your problems, I don't like the whole dwindle of problems. Problems are just problems. How much effort you decide to give to that problem is up to you, right? Or you're going to look for the solution, right? The AC is a good, my wife and I could have sat here and blamed all the people that have worked on it or we could have gotten busy to find somebody to fix it. Okay? Those were our options. And that all depended on my attitude. Okay, life happened. And of course, it's during the hottest, we're having record breaking. I ain't hungover. I can actually work on this problem. God has given me the skills, right? I already have the solution. Instead of trying to run away from my pain and wish my problems away, I can pray for humility. Humility will heal the pain. Humility will take me out of myself. Humility, that strength granted to me by that power greater than myself, is mine for the asking. Humility will bring balance back into my life. Humility will allow me to accept my humanness joyously. Yeah. Be human, man, because you are. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you stay cool. I'm in the basement, so it's not bad down here. I don't know. I have to invite my kids to sleep down here tonight. We'll see. We'll work it out. I love you. Peace out and have a day.